Hello everybody, welcome back once again to the Final Fantasy VII walkthrough. Here we are on the cargo ship, making our way to Costa del Sol. Now, this NPC here, basically, if I remember correctly, you want to talk to him once, and I don't remember if you absolutely need to speak with all of your characters or not, but you'll need to speak with, after, again, I'm pretty sure it's after speaking with him. You need to come down here, actually, and speak to Eris again. Now, not sure if I remembered. No, don't remember if I actually did talk to her or not, or if I made the mistake of running around a bit more. I'm actually curious, you know, what actually triggers the second dialogue option from Eris. But I think I just ran around and spoke to everyone I could. I'm assuming at a certain point. Actually, I think technically in the last video, I actually did speak with Red up here. Yeah. Yep. So, all right, let's head back down. Find Eris again. There we go. He's not doing anything stupid. Yeah, Barrett doesn't always do the smartest things. Alright, so there you have it. There the NPC has now moved, and we are able to get to Barrett, who looks absolutely ridiculous in this sailor outfit. Can't take it anymore. Man, I forgot how bad the character rendering is in this, and how pixelated these guys, and just like, look at Barrett's arms, like super boxy. To be fair though, it is a super dated game at this point. I really should have done this walkthrough years ago, but yeah, I'm not really sure why. I guess I waited, but just kind of one of those things, I guess. Kind of one of those. I usually go with or I usually do my walkthroughs based on, you know, what game I just feel like happen to play. It's not like I don't have a schedule set up or anything like that as far as games that I'm going to do walkthroughs for. So, you know, it's kind of just one of those deals. I get to it when I get to it, and now just happened to be the time of the Final Fantasy VII. Alright, what am I doing here? Just checking on everybody's equipment and materia. Oh, okay. I guess I was putting Tifa back in my party. So for a little while there, I used Red, mostly for his limit breaks, or specifically his Lunatic High. I really like that limit break. The fact that it gives you haste and increases your chance of dodging. I still think that that's a really, really good limit break. It's just, I don't know. I wanted to have Tifa around instead, I guess. I don't know. I guess maybe I'm just kind of stuck in my ways, I guess. I wanted to at least give Red a fair shake, just because, you know, I specifically looked at the different characters and their limit breaks and tried to, you know, just, boy, I don't know if I'd call it theory crafting, but I was thinking, man, whose limit break, you know, is the best or would be the best in battle? And I mean, to be honest, Lunatic High is amazing. That's a really good limit break. It's just at a certain point, especially if you've over-leveled like I have, it doesn't really matter. You're going to cream the bosses, you know. So I guess that's kind of where I'm coming from, and that's kind of why I made the decisions I made, I guess. But, you know, that's not to say that red isn't useful anymore. I really, to be honest, I still feel like that limit break is amazing. And then just the fact that it's a level 1, and so it's, I mean, you'll be able to charge it up. And as the game progresses, you know, the level 1 limit breaks charge even faster because of the fact that, you know, you'll be taking more damage. So, you know, I always feel like that limit break is, or would be good, you know, the entire game. So that's my thoughts anyway. But anyways, all right, so we're stealing some Shinra betas here. Now these are armor, or these are pieces of armor, I guess. And I'm going to try to steal, I think, 3. I don't know if I went overboard and tried to steal more or not, but I really don't know that having more than 3 is going to be all that useful from this point. There's the 3rd one. So let's get these guys taken care of. Now, the Shinra beta, I don't know, it's okay. It's not that great, to be honest. I feel like, or if I remember correctly here, I think it's a 4 slot, which is a good argument for it. The only, I would say the real detriment is that, yeah, it actually has really good physical defense as well, but I think in the magic defense department it is, I think it's a 0. So we'll see here once I actually get them equipped, but I guess I would say don't expect a whole lot out of them in terms of magic defense. So let's just have a look here. Shinra beta, yeah. Yeah, okay, 0. I mean, I'll be honest though, these things aren't that much worse than the carbon bangle. The carbon bangle really isn't a whole lot, or there isn't much to be proud of, I guess. I don't know, for lack of a better word. But, alright. And where did I get that second enemy skill from? Was that in Junin? I think it was. Yeah. Yeah, during, or while Cloud's all dressed. Actually, that must have been the last video. So, enemy skill materials, now that this is probably a good time to speak a little bit about those. I really like them. Obviously, the way that you learn the skills is actually by having them cast on you. I've already gone through, you know, how to obtain a ton of them, or really actually all of them up to this point. But there's a couple of things that are important, I guess I would say, to remember. And that is, for one thing, there's actually one enemy skill, technically two, that are pretty, I would almost say easily missable. One of them is Trine. We'll get there. We'll talk about that, you know, much later on in the game. But and what I mean by that is the thing with Trine is there's only 3 enemies in the entire game that'll cast it, and you kind of have to be mindful of those enemies. I will point those out though, so you know, if that's something that you're worried about, or if you're worried about missing anything, I will be going over that in detail as we get there. So I guess I'd say don't worry about it too much. But there are, you know, like I said, a couple of them that can be a problem if you're not paying attention, or if you're not at least maybe watching these videos. So just keep that in mind. But I will be diligent in making sure that I point those out. And then here, I'm not sure if I think I actually did run around a little bit, maybe install a few more Shinra betas. We'll see here though. If you see me just run circles, yeah, it's most likely me hunting for a couple more. Now, to be honest, again, I don't know how much that was worthwhile. But, you know, you can still swap out your characters here and there, and in some, or at some points, you will be forced to. Now that point isn't for a while yet, but just know that it does happen here and there throughout the game. So, you know, unfortunately, if you've got 3 characters that you really love at this point, well, you know, sad news is that You won't always get to use them from here on out, but that's just kind of the way it is. So we can deal, though. I think we can deal with that. It's pretty minor. The good thing is, I would say, I would say that probably my favorite characters in the game were Cloud and Tifa. So they are basically available the entire game. I think there's, maybe an exception here or there, but for the most part, that's the case. Boom, there we go. Took care of all those. Boy, and one last thing on the enemy skill materia that I probably should have mentioned a little bit ago, but so there's only 4 of them in the entire game, and unlike the rest of the materia, they never level, and they will never reproduce. So again, you're limited. You've only got 4 of them for the entire game. Obviously, we only have 2 right now. We'll get... Actually, I don't even remember where the third is. I remember where the 4th one is, but third's kind of... I'm drawing a blank on that. But yeah, so we'll get those 4. And my walkthrough here is going to kind of ensure that you will be able to get all of the enemy skills for all 4 of the materia. So again, I will walk through exactly how to do that. For the most part, especially at this point in the game, it's not really something that you have to worry about. If you're worried about some sort of like a perfect game, which again, I will be pointing out those. All right, so what do we have here? Wind Slash. We've actually got a materia coming up that is missable. And by missable, I mean that once you leave the area or proceed too far, there will be no way to get it again. So keep your eyes peeled. It's not as if it's hidden or anything like that. It's actually extremely difficult to miss, I would say. You would literally have to be going out of your way to miss out on it. But again, it's important to know that it is actually missable. Cloud. You thinking, what are you doing? The time is now. Whoa. Alright. Time to fight. So, my impression here was that Sephiroth is actually carrying Jenova with him, and like a piece just fell off or something like that. That's my impression. But this is Jenova... Oh, now I'm hitting the menu too quickly. Anyways, we're going to be fighting chunks of Jenova for quite some time, so get used to it, I guess. This battle fairly easy. Boy, I'm just destroying it with summons, I guess. Guess that was my my route to victory. Excuse me. Alright, let's hit it with the big stuff though. Beta is still gonna be absolutely destroying enemies for quite a while. That spell is so good, especially if you can get it early. This Jenova might actually even be vulnerable to fire, I'm not sure. One, not bad. And one thing I don't know if I mentioned it in one of the earlier videos or not, but the Chokamog summon will sometimes stop your enemies, which is pretty nice. Stop actually affects an enemy or stays on for quite a while in battles. But I don't know how often or if it will ever work on bosses or not. I'm not sure. I guess I've never really looked into the battle mechanics too deeply. Something tells me it probably doesn't, but you never know. It's been carrying this. Yeah, so that was apparently an arm of Jenova, which gross. And there's the materia right there. I think that's Rama. Or no, I'm sorry. I think that's Ifrit. Oh, and apparently we've got another little explanation of what's going on. So now all of us saw Sephiroth. He's carrying Jenova with him. So should you know he wants to go to the promised land with his mother Jenova? I guess that's about it. The dogging goes to Del Sol in 5 minutes. Should hide somewhere. So again, at this point, definitely grab Ifrit. Yeah. And again, that is actually technically missable. So if you walk away at this point, you will not be able to get Ifrit again, and that will really mess up your game. But you know, obviously, again, it was fairly difficult to miss. But all right, so Sephiroth is alive, and does the Promised Land really exist? Well, my friend, we are going to find out. Alright, so now that all of the events have been completed on the ship, we are just about to land in Costa del Sol. And I really like Costa del Sol, to be honest. It's a cool area, or hot area. Probably hot is more accurate. Speaking of which, Barrett's first line, damn it sure is hot here. Alright, we're gonna mingle apparently. I like to Barrett's sailor suit, he looks so cute. Yeah, I don't know about that. Not to be a hater here, but he looked kinda weird. She's that sailor suit for pajamas. Yeah, sure. Looks like a bear wearing a marshmallow. Okay. The heat here is drying my nose. Alright, so time for a little break. Apparently, a little vacation. Probably a pretty good place for a vacation. Looks like my main got messed up. Don't bother looking for me? Okay. Don't worry, I won't. And here, there's some goofy thing where if you beat Red to the stairs there, he does something weird. I don't know. I don't know that I've ever bothered. Okay, anyways. I think I'm actually, if I remember correctly, I just head outside after this. Oh yeah, that's right. There's this extra scene here. I think this is Rufus Landing, sorry. Which, by the way, how did we beat him here? We were on a ship and he was in a chopper. Although that chopper does look like it's moving pretty slow. Still, kind of weird. The dude, I'm pretty sure he left before we did. Maybe they had some errands to run. I don't know. Hey, hold up. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm sorry. He was on the same boat as us. Completely forgot about that. Barrett's the one looking in the window at them. I don't know why I was thinking he was in the chopper. Long boat ride that was. Okay. Told you I'm rusty on my storyline. Ah, okay, yeah, that's right. All right. So Heidegger here kind of throws a fit, and I remember if he throws some of these sailors in the water or just punches them. I don't remember. But essentially, Rufus just blames him for the fact that Cloud and everybody, and actually Sephiroth as well, slipped by unnoticed. Here we go. Boom. Throws them both. And then he goes after the civilians. That's the best part. Anger problem. Needs a little anger management, I think. Alright, anyways, we're out of time, so I gotta cut the commentary. As always, like, comment, subscribe, whatever you guys want to do. But I hope the guides were helpful, and hope you join me for more videos. Thanks for watching.